Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Kimberly Money Chemistry McKinney, and I'm so excited to come to you at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, talking about the travel industry, travel and wealth industry. I wanted to introduce you guys to my company, which is called High Life International. And I'm going to explain the reason why I came up with this company and the reason why this company was dumped into my spirit. High Life was basically given to me about a year ago. It was created in my spirit and created in my mind about a year ago, and how I wanted to include lifestyle, travel, just really give people the the gumption that you guys can live a luxurious life and you can have everything that you want. So let's get into it. High Life International was created and started by myself. Our mission statement is an international company that transforms wealth and travel into regal and exquisite state of the art experiences by operating in a luxurious, opulent lifestyle. And as you can see, here's a picture of me, who is the creator and owner of High Life International. So cool, guys. So I want to stop sharing my screen, and I wanted to just hop in and talk to you briefly for a short period of time and why I created this. Basically, was derived because I was already a trader. I was already trading in the markets. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to create the experience for other individuals who may have otherwise thought that they could not create a lifestyle for themselves, but you actually have the opportunity and the you have the ability to create the life that you want. So I wanted to basically talk to you about today about a new business venture that involves wealth and travel. As you can see, I have access to over now 800,000 resorts, hotels, events, and more. And I wanted to be able to come on here and share that with you. What made me decide to go in the travel and wealth spectrum is because I became interested in the financial markets back in the 2017 is when I actually got started. And when I got started, I knew that working a 9 to 5 job wasn't it for me. And during that time of working a 9 to 5 job, I was very stressful in that job. So you can imagine yourself getting written up just about every week. And once you do, find yourself in that type of circumstances, it becomes a lot personal. It wasn't necessarily a business, it was more personal than it was business. So many people may be facing this type of scenario, whereas at a certain point in your careers, ladies and gentlemen, they you have a set time frame that people are looking to have you out of the position that you're in a 9 to 5. And I found this very interesting with individuals that were working corporate America, whereas they begin to give you problems, they begin to give you lots of issues and stress and write-ups on the job. So, and that's something that I experienced, and I knew then that I said, okay, this what their plot and their plan was to basically move me out of my position, not knowing that I was actually planning to leave that end of that year. But God saw fit that he allowed it to happen earlier than December of 2018. I got introduced to the foreign exchange market back in 2017, actually a little bit, maybe about January 2017. And I never knew that the foreign exchange market or the cryptocurrency space ever existed. And I never knew that I could actually grow and develop an income and actually grow wealth outside of investing in the stock market or real estate. I had already had some stock inside of the company, in which I had invested in that. I had what is called an ESOP or ESPP, which is employee stock purchase plan, right? So when I did that, I allowed my money to stay there. But of course, when you're putting your money in the stock market, or even if you're putting it inside of an EPP, it is also attached to the market. I also had 401k. And every 6 months or so, that 401k would then go into what is called what the company does, financials, their quarterly financials. And during those quarterly financials, in this case, when you're dealing with 401k, I think they were only doing their financials for 401k maybe twice a year. But their company, as required, by federal government, you have to do reportings every 4 quarters. So, working in a corporate environment, investing and putting my money in 401k, and also put it into a employee stock purchase plan, I still saw that my money was moving slow. And at that point, I was actually investing the maximum, which at that time, that company, you can start at 6%, and every year it would grow by 1%. And that's what I did. I grew I grew my match with the company every 1%. So that means the company stopped matching up to 6%. Now, some of you guys may have something similar to this. That's a policy or protocol inside of your business, where your company only matches your retirement or your 401k savings up to a certain percentage. And when I saw that, and I saw, well, they only match at 6%, and that's the highest that they go, I had to take it upon myself, and then comment upon myself, that I had to do additional, meaning I had to add additional funds. I had to add additional investments. I had to increase, using my own money that I worked for. So I had to take the money that I actually worked very hard for, and increase it by an additional 1% every year, so that my 401k would at least look like something by the time that I decided I wanted to retire, or at the age of 59 and a half. So I knew that that wasn't really like the role, that wasn't really like the play for me, and I didn't want to run that play. So I got involved, and I was introduced to the foreign exchange market through a young lady. When I saw the composition plan, when I saw that I actually can really make money outside of what I'm doing on my job, it was a no brainer for me. So fast forward to fast forward to this year, or fast forward to 2021. This business called High Life International was dropped in my spirit, because I want to help individuals like yourself and other people like myself, where we can create these experiences where it's easily to get money and leverage money from the markets, but also create a lifestyle, a true lifestyle of freedom, guys, a true freedom lifestyle. And that's the reason why I came up, and I created it as High Life International. Okay, because this allows people to actually leverage their money in any financial market, and you can take that money, you can grow that money, you can passively move that money, you can diversify that money. But you also want to be able to take all kinds of trips. You want to be able to create an experience, a life experience, not a bucket list, but a lifestyle experience. Like, make this as part of your lifestyle. Okay, so again, a couple of months later, I now hear about our company, I Am Master Academy, actually creating a travel business that really literally allows you to create a lifestyle making money in the markets, but also traveling with people, traveling with groups, traveling with some of your closest friends, traveling with your family, really creating a luxury lifestyle for yourself. So we've just launched TLX, which is Travel Lifestyle Exchange, where it gives you access to over 800,000 resorts, hotels. You're also going to include restaurants, events such as concert, because a lot of people like to go to concerts. They like activities, excursions. So all of that is going to be also implemented inside of this platform. So I just wanted to take a few moments and share with you why this is important. Just recently, the feds just announced that there's a possibility that they're going to be raising rates, interest rates. And on tomorrow, there is going to be an announcement that's going to be made as well, based on the state of the nation. So it's based on the state of the nation. We don't know what the interest rates are going to be on tomorrow. We're not sure. That's going to be that's going to be based upon the conversations of the federal government. That's really going to be based upon. Um, I'm going to load up my screen. I'm sitting outside. It looks like I know this area is just like it's like the connection, the signal, the connection here. It goes in and out. It goes in and out. So let me share what I have because I want you guys to pack your bags and I want you to imagine having grown or growing your portfolio every single day throughout the day where you're receiving residual and passive income. But you can take a trip, you can just spontaneously take a trip and just say, I want to go to Jamaica next week. I want to go ahead and plan or book that trip. Or hey, I want to go to Miami tomorrow. I want to fly down to Miami and spend a couple of days in Miami. Or I want to go to LA. If you want to just stay, domestic, I want to go to LA. I want to take a trip to New York. You develop so much in your portfolio, you develop so yes in your portfolio that you're able to take those kinds of trips, and that it does hurt your bank. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to. Oh, let me see. Hold on. That it doesn't hurt. That it doesn't break your bank. That's the kind of living that we want to be able to do. We want to do stuff that's not going to break our bank, and we know that we have extra income, economically revenue coming in every single day. That there's not a care in the world for how we're going to live from day to day. We don't want to live where gas is going to be a problem. We don't want to live where we have to think about whether I'm gonna buy this pack of eggs today, or am I gonna put gas in my car to go to work. We don't want to live like that. We don't want to live. We don't want to get into those types of situations where we have to choose one or the other. We want to be able to live the life that we want and live the life that we so desire. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and we're going to talk about TLX. We're going to talk about travel lifestyle. And if you have any questions, definitely put it in the chat. But I definitely want you to see something, because this was created for people. This was created for you in mind. This was created with you in mind. So Christopher Terry created, and what he did, he partnered with a gentleman that came from a travel industry that no longer exists. And this gentleman was at the top of his field, at the um, top of the company, who sold all kinds of traveling packages. Well, when the pandemic hit, they were terribly affected. And now the company is no longer and no longer exists. Like many other companies had to go out of business due to the fact that the travel industry suffered extremely terrible, because nobody was traveling. Everybody had to be shut in due to the pandemic and due to COVID-19. So what Christopher did is he decided to partner with a gentleman who came from that company, who helped created the company, and asked him to come over to I Am Academy, so that since we were already traders, he wanted to create something for the individual, the everyday individual, that you can come in, you can plan a trip anywhere you want in the world. You can plan a trip or basically include this inside of your business. So make this part of your business protocol. Many of you have businesses. You might want to do retreats. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of people doing retreats on Facebook. You see a lot of sponsored ads with individuals that are doing retreats or doing what is called, one guy that I so much admire, his name is Marcus, who created the company Recession Proof, where he's sharing information of how to teach people how to be recession proof for themselves. And that's, I commend him extremely for that, because this is the time where we have to prepare ourselves to be recession proof. And we definitely want to do that now, start doing that now. We want to continue to, educate ourselves and obtain information that's going to help us to level up, guys. So I was so proud. I was so happy when I Am Academy, uh, decided to include the travel industry inside of this platform. So, people want to know, what is TLX? What is TLX? TLX is basically an exclusive membership for travel, lifestyle discounts, events, and benefits. It is an exclusive membership for travel, lifestyle discounts, events, and benefits. So just like many of you may have, say, for instance, a Sam's Club membership, where you go and you're able to get goods and services off of wholesale prices. You don't have to pay retail prices. You pay wholesale prices for the different types of goods and services that you use. Well, TLX operates the same. So what if you're able to live in a 5-star hotel, but you only have to pay 2-star hotel prices? So that's just like you want to go into the, let's say, Whitley Hotel, or what I like to call is a hotel out in West Palm Beach, is called the Breakers, where those rooms are probably about $700 to $1,000 a night. But guys, you can get them at a super discount price. Meaning, if you're paying $700 a night for a hotel, why not be able to access it for over a discount of 60%? That's like, oh gosh, if something for $700, you can get it more like $200 a night. for $200 a night. Or you say, for instance, you at a hotel that's maybe $400 a night, and if you want to go to the Ritz Carlton, the Ritz Carlton maybe have their rates, their nightly rates maybe at $300 or $400. But guys, what if you're only able to pay maybe $89 a night for it? So basically, what I'm saying is membership has its privileges. Membership has its privileges. Okay. So not only are you going to have discounts for travel, lifestyle, and discounts on events and benefits, we'll also get them on restaurants as well. So even if you are traveling and say, for instance, you're staying at the Ritz Carlton, you get to eat at the best restaurants. You basically have access to all kinds of excursions. Like, this is literally a luxury type of travel and lifestyle. And we all need it. We need travel. We need lifestyle in our lives. We need to be able to see something different. We need to be able to experience other than what we experience on our everyday life here in America. Nobody wants to, experience the hustle or bustle of getting up every morning early to fight traffic and not be able to take a vacation. Or if we have to take a vacation, it has to be somewhere to a beach that's close by. No, you want to be able to expand and enlarge your territory and experience, other parts of the world, other parts of the country. Like, there's a whole world out there that you need to be able to see and experience. Okay. Next week, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I've never been to Puerto Rico, although Puerto Rico is part of the United States. I've never been there, but it's almost like it operates as its own separate entity country. Okay. So I'm excited about that. But guess what? I'm going to use this TLX and leverage this as a member of a part of an exclusive travel package. Okay. So what is also included in TLX? So I've already explained to you that there's discount travel up to 60% off the best online rates. So that means we're going to be in much more competition with your booking.com or your trips.com, your kayaks, or your hotel.coms. Those third-party entities, where we're going to be, if not, we're going to be less expensive than their price points for their hotel stays and travel. So you also get discounts at hotels, resorts, events, festivals, and restaurants. Many of you like to travel to music festivals like the Lollapalooza, what's that, Coachella, and all sorts of types of events, where those things are going to also be included inside of TLX, where you can get them at a much more reasonable, affordable, discounted price, but you still experience the luxury side of these vacations and these trips. And then you also get special access to TLX themed trips and events with IM educators. So this means for you as the membership holder, you have access to be able to travel on the beach to possibly like Aruba with one of our IM educators, which means they're going to pair you having a great time in a vacation resort, but you're also going to get access to making money. So while you're on that trip, you're going to be in the markets trading. What would you do if you were on a beach somewhere, say for instance Aruba or Jamaica or Bora Bora, and you're able to go to a session with an educator that's going to help you make money and basically get the money back that you paid on your trip? That's phenomenal. If I paid $700 or $2,000 to go on vacation, and I'm able to experience all these excursions and then get an opportunity to win all that money back with an educator, that's almost like you've gotten your trip for free. You've basically gotten that trip for free. All right. So you will also have access to TLX Impact trips and events. So not only are you Getting discounts at hotels, resorts, not only are you being able to trade and make your money back with an educator, guys, you're also going to be in the community doing impactful explore exploits with some of the organizations in those particular companies. You have the ability, if that's something that you want to do, you're welcome to do so. So you're able to have impact on those trips and events. So what if you decided, hey, I want to just plan a trip to Aruba, and I just want to go, and I want to go into the community. I want to work with an organization. And say, for instance, if you already have a 501c3, a nonprofit, and you want to be able to expand that nonprofit globally, well, this is an opportunity for you to use this hotel package or this hotel membership or this vacation membership to book your hotel, book your excursions, basically make this a all-in-one and all-inclusive type of vacation. Like, you really have to open and expand your mind as to what you can do with this travel lifestyle exchange academy. Open your mind, and you see yourself and your nonprofit having access to all over the world and having access to different organizations. Like, do you know that you can also live off of your nonprofit organization? This is information that you need to learn how to develop. It may take a little bit of time, but do the research, because there is a way that you can create freedom where you allow these things to pay for everything that you own. Like, I'm so in the mindset of having everything that I use, which is called OPM, pay for everything that I do. I don't want to pay for no car note out of my pocket, out of my earned income. I don't want to pay for a house out of my earned income. I don't want to pay for trips out of my earned income. I don't want to fund my businesses out of my pocket. I want to leverage everything that I can, which means I want to leverage the financial markets in order to pay for stuff. And what I mean by leveraging the financial markets, I want to be able to put maybe 20 cents in the market, and I make $200 or $300 out of the market. But I've only put in 20 cents, and I made an additional 200 and what, $90.80, or $299.80, and I only put in 20 cents. That's the kind of living that you want to create for yourself. Okay. And not only that, the academy give you impact trips and events, you have access to travel and lifestyle ambassador content. That means you have access to travel and lifestyle ambassador content. So this gives you the opportunity to partner with some of the government and those in different countries. You can develop relationships with governments from other countries. Hear me out when I talk about this. Hear me out when I say this. You have a business, and if your business has a projected vision to be global, to be international, then using this academy gives you the opportunity to build relationships with people that you couldn't even imagine that you can build a relationship with. Let me tell you how I Am Academy was able to move about the world. I Am Academy is in over 100 countries. And it is because of a vision. The vision of the CEO, seeing himself and his company in other countries around the world. And then he paved the way to make it happen. Now you see I Am Academy with over 60 languages that this platform teaches and educates in over 60 languages. They're right now currently tying up a new market, which is an Asian market. We're in Europe, in Africa, South America, Mexico, and we're in Europe. And we're now tying up the Asian markets like Singapore, Japan. But you have to have a big enough dream that you can see yourself doing exactly that. So that means you're developing relationships with presidents, prime ministers, individuals from these different countries, building relationships with them. It's almost like part of United Nations, but you're not necessarily part of the US government. You're your own entity as a business person, but you're able to develop those types of global relationships with kings and queens, royals, and you're able to bring your business, the scope of your business, into those countries if you have a big enough dream and vision to do so. So, in addition to that, being a part of TLX membership, it also gives you access to anniversary trips that are also all inclusive, and the company pays for them. So that means if you have been a member for an entire 12 months, the company actually will, and let me show you if I can, if hopefully if I can bring it up. Okay, I'll bring it. Here it is right here. The actual active and all-inclusive trip and paid for trip is the first is Mexico. So it's probably either Tulum or Guadalajara, one of those exquisite results. See, one thing about I Am Academy and this company is we don't do anything that's subpar. Everything that we do is not subpar. Everything that this company does is elite. It's a cream of the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. Everything that this company does is creme de la creme. So after being a member of this company for 1 year and in the membership for 1 year, this TLX platform is going to pay for your all expense trip to Mexico. That's every single thing. All you have to do is pack your bags and go. Your flight is covered. Your hotel or your resort is covered. Your food is covered. Your excursions are covered. Everything that you can imagine is going to be covered. You do not and will not have to come out of your pocket for any expense unless you want to go shopping. That's based upon you. That's on you. But this company, as you can see here, after being at this company for 2 years, you have a choice that you either want to go to Miami, you can go to Las Vegas, or you can travel to Ibiza. That's your choice. Year 2, that you can travel. You have free range to go to each or any one of those destinations. Year 3, you have a choice to go to Costa Rica or Greece. Listen, if you are a member for 3 years, you have the opportunity to travel to Costa Rica, or you can choose Greece. And you're not going to be put up in some kind of rinky-dink hotel, rinky-dink place again. This is going to be top-notch opulence, wealth. Year 4, you have a choice to go to Monte Carlo, Amalfi, or the UK. Year 5, if you are a member, Australia. Year 6, you can travel to Thailand. But listen, you don't have to wait to travel to these years, to these countries or these places in 6 years. Guys, you can actually travel to Thailand right now as a member of this platform. So there's no limit, there's no cap on the types of excursions or travel that you could participate in. Listen, we're going to Dubai in October. Dubai. I've never been to Dubai and I'm excited to go. That's going to be birthday week for me. But I'm excited to be able to spend my birthday, another year of life, in a different country. Dubai is one of the richest countries in the world, if not the richest country in the world. Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. Excursions, experience the rich and lavishness of the country, the architecture, the food, the people, the culture. This is what you want to develop to be a well-rounded person, where you don't have to get stuck in just the lackadaisical everyday life of being here in the U.S. You basically create well-roundedness for yourself. And this is something that you can actually share with your children and your immediate family. So here's also, just to back up what I said, there's over 800,000 hotels and resorts worldwide, where you have discounts up to 60% off on best online prices. So that means that we can beat the price of booking and hotel.com and trip.com. The only thing that this package or this membership does not cover is your airfare, because and rightfully so, because you have people traveling from all over. And when you're traveling from all over, flights are going to depart and they're going to arrive differently. So if you are traveling with friends and family, and you guys are in different parts of the country, then of course your flights are going to be different. Your time zones are going to be different. So flights are not included. I wouldn't rule them out. I would not rule them out. That could be something that could come down a pipeline a little later, once the academy and once this business is has progressed and moved and have done its upgrades and developed more relationships. Then I can see the airline industry coming into play as a part of this platform. But as of right now, your your flights are not included. Okay, so let's talk about some of the incentives that you can receive being in TLX. As you can see here, I'm looking at what is called Crypto Beach in Mexico. This is actually going to be coming up in January, where you have the opportunity to stay 5 days and 4 nights, and all-inclusive discounts on tours and excursions and training with crypto educators. You're going to receive a welcome reception and a farewell party. So guys, what this means is, again, if you had the opportunity to make money on your vacation, and you're listening and you actually gathering your sources from a crypto educator, this allows you to be in an intimate setting with an educator, where you're going to obtain information that you never would have received on probably some of our Go Live sessions. Like, they're really like open up their hearts and give you much more intimate information that's going to basically help you to develop a very lucrative portfolio. Like, information and being a part of a membership or being part of a community where you're going to obtain more information than you would in the outside world, like that speaks volumes. And you can't put a price on that. You cannot put a price on that. Do not put a price on that. Do not put a price on your success. Don't cap yourself out of your success. Leave the cap off of your success and allow you to expand. Allow your money to expand, because that's what the four-way quadrant talks about. You have 4 ways of making money. And Robert Kiyosaki said that the top 5% and the top 1% of individuals, which are investors and business owners, these people really understand the concept of money and they respect money, but they also know how to expand money. Whereas the individual that works for someone and the self-employed person that works for someone, you basically get stuck in a rat race. And you're limited on the things that you can do, because you're always basing everything that you want for yourself based upon your paycheck. Can I tell you that a lot of times, if you just make a move and not just allow things to be about money, but more so impact who you can help, who you can assist, that money is going in there, who else you can help, who you can assist and help, the money is going to come. Then the money is going to come. And that's why I appreciate this platform so much, because not only am I benefiting from it, and I'm investing, but I'm positioning myself to be that 1% of that 5% of individuals that own 95% of the world's wealth. And that is true. You have a small number of people in this world that controls 95% of the world's wealth. Jeff Bezos is one of those people. Elon Musk's are one of those people. As you can see, and you can notice that Elon Musk, if he says something on Twitter, it basically moves Twitter, or in some cases, it may also move the markets. But if you don't know how to leverage the market, if you don't know what you're reading, if you don't know, if you don't understand certain terminologies, then it's not going to be beneficial for you. But that is reason why you partner with someone like myself. You partner with people that are, actually moving in these markets. My platform stays the same. I'm going to be talking about wealth and travel more and more and more. Wealth and travel. This academy for TLX, to me, it prevents people from suicide. It helps you develop a healthy mental capacity to live and to do and to go and to be. And we need that in our lives. You have so many people that are taking their lives through suicide. You have so many people that are suffering from depression. You have so many people that are suffering from substance abuse and alcohol because they're trying to smoke their way, they're trying to drink their problems away, only to realize that those things are only going to fade off of their system after a certain point period in time, and then you're going to be right back with the same problems. Why not change the way that you do things? Change the way that you think. And I tell you, once you start changing the way that you think, you open up yourself for much more success. You open up for things to come to you, the positive things that you want out of your life. Trust me, that's progress. It takes time in order to build build yourself to think that. I listen to a gentleman by the name of Bob Proctor all of the time, and he talks about the law of attraction, the law of vibration, living inside of your imagination. I was talking to a group of people this morning as I was calling out trades for us to get into, where you have to continuously live out in your imagination. Imagine the world that you want to see for yourself and your family. Imagine that. Imagine, continue to dream. Continue to dream. So moving on, also in addition to what we have, these are just two of the featured trips that we have, where you can, be on excursions, learn and train with a crypto educator. Like, we're creating so many different, this company is creating companies, creating ideas outside of this one platform. Like, this is a one-stop shop, and we're constantly creating from the resources that we already have inside of this platform. So now that we have the travel industry, let's create a retreat from it. Now that we have discounts to 800,000 destinations, let's create a retreat. Let's create something where we're going to another country, and we're going to teach those individuals, basically spread the opportunity of leveraging the markets to people that haven't even heard of the foreign exchange market. If you move and you operating like this, the money is going to come. You're creating a company inside of a company. So take, for instance, what you're seeing on the screen, Crypto Beach Ibiza, 5 days and 4 nights, discounts on tours and excursions, training with a crypto educator, a welcome reception, and a farewell party. So guess what? You may be on one day, the educator may call out and train you maybe one day, but guys, you have 5 extra days to create a business or create a company or create a retreat inside of a retreat. So you, for example, you're on this Crypto Beach Ibiza trip and vacation, with one of the educators that may come on maybe once or twice out of those vacation nights. You still have an additional 3 days to create an event inside of an event. This is how business people think. This is how the rich think. This is how true multimillionaire mindset people think. I learned, if I'm going out of town, if I'm traveling, why not set yourself to make money while you're traveling? Create something where you can make money while you're traveling. That's of little effort. Create that for yourself. So, in addition to what I've already explained to you as far as those vacations and excursions, you also have anytime trips to top destinations around the world, 4 and 5 star properties as low as $89 per person per night, and it's all inclusive. That means you can go on a trip anytime in the world, any day. You're not limited. You have anytime trips. And if you can find a trip as low as $89 per night per person and it's all inclusive, what if you just want to get away for at least 2 to 3 days? In your hotel, possibly about $89. And I believe there are some that's cheaper than that. But I'm just telling you the many things that you can do inside of this business. Like, you should not want to fund anything that you have, any possessions that you have, out of your own pocket. You want to leverage OPM. That's how the rich move. That's how the rich people move. So let me see if I can share. Let me see if I some part of my back office with you, because I really want to open up your eyes and really get you to see all the possibilities that you have. You have every single possibility. You have every single right. You have every single opportunity to live out and create the type of life that you want. Let's see if it's going to allow me to open up my back office so that I can all of the many amenities to get you to see and understand how to operate, how to move. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes people may have the resources, but they don't necessarily know how to go about it, how to move around in those resources. How to access those resources the right way. It's just like social media. We post on social media every day, but what and how do we use those algorithms? How do we use um, our resources? What are the type of keywords and the things that we should say to bring more attention and more traffic to our pages as it relates to social media? Well, that's the exact same thing for an individual who wants to who's not necessarily on social media and who also has a business. But I will tell you that social media, we're in this digital age, guys. We're digital age where these things are going to be very, very important to the success of your business. So you have to be relevant. You have to stay relevant. So I'm going to share with you my back office so that you can see um, exactly how do we put this together? How do we package and present something like this to the everyday person? The only best way that I could explain it is for you to live it out. For you to live it out. Take a trip, record the memories of that trip, take pictures of that trip, post your content from that trip. Make it a habit to go in areas where there's beautiful scenery, beautiful backdrops, beautiful backgrounds. Come up with a small topic. It doesn't have to be very long, it can be 30 seconds. Think about what you're going to say within those 30 seconds. And then create content. Create those experiences for people to be able to see what you're doing. Okay. So this, and how we're able to take the information that we have here and create, I have to call Nathan back, and create the lifestyle that we want. Guys, every morning from Monday through Thursday, we do what is called a trade and travel, where we get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're on for 30 minutes out of the day, but we're only taking 3 trades. We're taking only 3 trades in the markets, and we're done. We're only taking 3 trades in the markets, and we're done. So you're looking at my back office, and in my back office, this is where I go and I get all of my education. I learn more and more about the markets. I listen to 5-minute videos that help me to understand, why the market moves during this day, during this time of the day, or when the market is most volatile, where I can get the most out of the movements of the markets, where I can get in, trade, make the money that I need to make for that day, based upon the goal that I have, and be out of the markets and go on about my day. So right here, as you can see on the left corner, left side, there's a table. And when you first go in, you're going to go to academies. Academies basically is all of the different academies that we have. So we have the Forex Academy, that is its own entity. We have cryptocurrency entity, and we have what is called TBX, which is time-based trading, which also has its own entity. And with time-based trading, I like to elaborate on time-based trading, because we hear so many people say that I don't have time to trade. I don't have time. I don't have that kind of time to devote to learning. You do have time to devote to learning. You're just going to have to sacrifice. Turn off Netflix. Get off of Netflix for about an hour and devote your time to learning, at least on a 5-minute video, what the foreign exchange market is, or a 5 or 10-minute video understanding what cryptocurrency is. And then if there happens to be a educator on during the time that you are looking at your academies, hop on a session with that particular educator and learn and trade money. Trade from a demo account, not just a real account just yet, until you're fully comfortable. But get on a session with an educator and allow them to share with you the different strategies that they use to get inside the markets. And some of those strategies can be very, very easy. And you can take that very same strategy they gave you, that they provided to you, and you can use that strategy on your own. So as you can see here, we have the Forex Academy. As you can see, there's all in different languages. Then we have the TBX Academy. This is time-based trading, ladies and gentlemen, where time-based mean you're only inside of the market for less than 5 minutes. So just imagine you can make money just simply the same time that you will be brushing your teeth. And if you so choose, okay, that's the amount of time that you want to spend on a day, then that's really totally left up to you. You do not have to spend all of your day watching and staring in front of a TV screen or a computer screen or a laptop or an iPad or a phone. You do not have to do that. However, you can make money from your phone. You can make money off of your computer. You can make money off of your iPad. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You have access to be able to make money on those devices. We show people how you make money, how your phone becomes an ATM machine. And that's utilizing these products here. And then also you have the e-commerce, guys. This is online store. This is developing your own online store. This is powerful information for those who may not be interested in trading, but you may want to start up your own online store. Well, here you go. We have our ECX Academy that allows you to do so. And then now we have the TLX portal, which is still being updated, still being upgraded. For TLX, it's Travel Lifestyle Exchange, what I've been talking to you during this entire live. And in addition to that, guys, we have IBO, Become an Independent Business Owner. Utilizing this platform allows you to have access to over 400 benefits. 400 benefits. Now, would you like to make money sharing with people how they can make money? That's residual income. That's residual. That is residual. And that can be money that you're getting in your sleep. So think about what I just said. Think about the multiple opportunities that you have inside of this platform. There's a lot of value inside of this platform. We're not a get rich quick scheme. We don't participate in that. But what we do teach people is how to build legacies, long lasting legacies. What we do teach people is to have long lasting lifestyle. We don't teach people to get in something quick, because whatever that's quick is not going to last. But if you do this right, and if you commit yourself to learning, you can make telephone number amounts of money in a week faster than anybody sending you a $10,000 idea that somebody else got from using a bot, even if that is true. But if you do this right, you can surpass and you can outpace bots. So let's move forward. I'm going to go to our strategies. And inside of our strategies, this is the many opportunities for you to develop income. Like there's over 20, probably now over 21 pillars and just think of it as a tree, like a tree. You have the tree, you have the trunks, but you also have the branches. From those branches are smaller branches with the leaves. And from those leaves, those are seeds. And now, a whole set of trees that have encompassed and have taken over your yard or your backyard. Imagine Imagine that doesn't allow you to run. All right, so what you're looking at strategies. So we have the different strategies for Forex, TBS, digital cryptocurrency, e-commerce, and also the IBO Academy. Forex, guys, we use harmonic scanner. Forex Academy has about 9 different strategies. And guys, each and every one of these strategies are kicking out trades, probably over 1,000 trades a day, over 200 or 300 trades a day, 200 to 300 trades a day. That's just from one strategy. We have 9 strategies here. So that's just over 1,000 opportunities under this one academy. Over 1,000 opportunities to take a trade. Again, over 1,000 opportunities a day to trade. Here's our TBX Academy, which this is what we use to trade at 8 o'clock in the mornings. We use Liberty. So let's check it out. It's going to look a little to you because it's going to be a bunch of charts, but don't worry. That's why we have educators. We pay to have us and give us the answers. We can literally off of them, copy off of their tech beat, no pun intended. I'm getting ready to show you one of the strategies that we use to travel early in the morning. And honestly, really, those trades only take about 10 minutes. We take those trades and we're in the markets for each one of those trades for 10 minutes. We take it for 10 pips. As this is getting started to load up, just see how helpful this stuff is. You can take what you make right here and you can put it on your trip to wherever you want to go. If your goal is to make $100 a day in trades, if your goal is to make 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000 a day, you have access to this right here. So as you can see that we're pulling up our Liberty scanner, and as you can look to my right, each and every pair is created every 5 minutes. Okay, so what I'm looking at, like the system just updated itself. So this is a trade that just went out less than a minute ago. It's the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. Now, the way that we look at this, they're saying this is a put, meaning the market is going to move back down. There's no doubt that the market is going to move down. But however, we look at indicators that tells us where the market is presently. So if the Australian dollar is stronger than the Swiss franc, the way that we use this information to confirm whether this is a good trade or not to get in is we look at news. We look at the news. We look to see if there's going to be some news that could possibly impact this particular trade. idea. And we also look at the the currency strength, currency meter. We look at that. And I'm going to share that with you. So we have trades that are kicking out every 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. They're giving you the price point where the market's going to be, where and also what direction the market is going. So again, when we look at these strategies, the strategy of liberty, it is going to determine, oh no, it's going to determine what direction that the market is moving to. Okay, so at the currency strength meter, Australian dollar, I'm looking at the currency pairs. I see that the Australian dollar is strong. Earlier, the Australian dollar was weak earlier today. And we were in a trade for Euro AUD, where the euro was stronger than the Australian dollar. So the more likely the market was moving in more so of a buy. So in this case, if I'm looking at the Australian dollar and I'm looking at the current of Swiss franc, from what I can look at, the Australian dollar is much, much stronger. So if we're looking at our strategy, which is called Liberty, if we're looking at Liberty, let's see if I can share my screen so you guys can see the charts. Don't get alarmed by the charts. Do not get alarmed by what you see in the charts. Don't let the charts scare you. It's just squiggly lines. Trust me, you will learn what all that stuff means, and it's so simple. Oh, we're looking at Liberty. Let's see if it'll upload. Okay, there we go. We're looking at Liberty. So we're seeing that the Australian dollar against the Swiss franc, um, here on the app or in the charts here, it says that the market is going to move, um, and now the market is still in a buying trend. So they're telling you that at some point that the market is going to set. Now the market for Australian dollar against the Swiss franc is buying, and we can tell that by looking at the currency strength meter, and that currency strength meter is going to tenth of each currency pair. And from what I checked, the Australian dollar was a lot stronger than the Swiss franc. Actually buy in this market. We can market. So that means you're going to leverage anywhere between 1 cent to 3 cent if you have a smaller balance, or if you have somewhat of a different balance in your account where you have a little bit more money and you can um, leverage that amount of money inside of your account. But the fact is, this is money that you're leveraging in maybe in your pocket, from, and you're actually trading and you're making money and continue to grow them. So in this case, y'all stay buy. So if I was to put this inside of an app to trade it with, and I would So with that being said, thank you. Good night. Have a wonderful afternoon. It is 6 after 6:30. Guys, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can DM me for more information. And if you have a set of people that you share this information with, why not? Because if you do, guess what? That helps you. We also have a compensation plan with this business. If you share it with two people and they also get signed up and they start sharing it with two people, then you basically have the privileges of having this platform free to you. And that's what you want. Again, you want to leverage other people's money, other people's resources. That's what you want to do. Okay. So, again, thank you so very much for hanging in there with me. I hope I was able to share some very valuable information with you to take back. I'll see you later.